We received this shoe storage unit for our review, and I just finished putting it together. It was extremely easy. Instructions are extremely clear. The designs, the schematics on it, very easy to follow, even if you are a newbie. And I wanted to show you something that I kind of was surprised at first when I started and especially finished the build. If you go around here, you'll see the back right here. The back is fully open. You do have 3 of the main bars. So you've got 3 of these that you have to install. And what I love the most about this is that you are not seeing any screws. And how they actually manage that is they have locking screw or locking nut mechanisms that are inside within. So they're hidden inside and there's an actual screw within that's why you have to build these 2 panels first. So you actually screw in those special screws first, and then this will just interlock into each other, which is fantastic because then everything is so seamless and smooth and beautiful. There's no capping them off. There's no trying to hide them. They're completely hidden naturally, which is great. Now, the other thing that I really like is that the little accent of that kind of like top shelf right here makes it really look like, finish the barnyard look that this whole unit is, because as you can see, I love this kind of like nice white slate barnyard look that we have on all 3 basically openings. I'll call them little doors because these doors are on a kind of a swivel, and the swivel is so simple. So what this is essentially is a shoe storage, and the shoes are going to end up like this on 2 different levels. So you do have 2 different levels. The nice thing with this is also, if you look at here, I put it on the middle. You could put it on the bottom, you could put it on the top, and that will differ whether you have a wider shoe, a taller shoe, things like that. So you can actually manage. You're going to say, well, maybe I have slippers up here, and the slippers I don't need that much room, so I can actually go onto the top here and just slip them here, like like those slides type of thing. No worries. And the other thing that I wanted to mention while we were in the back, we could see right through, right? And I think that's a great idea because obviously we know shoes within a confined space, a closed space, they could probably gather up, like create a little bit of an odor situation. I love that this is continuously, the airflow is continuous. That's a really good thing. But don't you worry, because of course the hardware to actually attach this unit to a wall is there as well, and it is included, and you very easily can attach this to a wall so it doesn't fall out, or so it's actually secure. Speaking of falling, I mean, this is still obviously very secure. Of course, if someone was to grab onto it, maybe a child, secure it to a wall, it won't go anywhere. And then going back to the actual swivel sequence, or how you actually set that up, is pretty cool. Those are left and right. So obviously this one here is the left, and you've got the right on the other side right here, like I said, and only 3 little screws are attached at the bottom here. So this whole thing is attached by 3 little screws, and on both sides, all you have is kind of a rolling nut right here that you just attach, and that's on the swivel. It looks really, I love the finish on this because it looks incredibly nice when you open it, which is obviously the point because people are going to be seeing it open, but when it's presented with shoes, it looks even better. And speaking of shoes, let's talk about shoes. I've got a pair right here, and I wanted to show you this pair because this is one of my pairs of shoes. I wear 11s, and I'll be totally honest, they fit, but I'd be surprised if 12 or 13s would actually fit properly. You'd have to probably maybe put them onto the side, something like that. But this is essentially how shoes would actually work. And of course, you've got that 2 levels, so I could actually have it under here as well if I wanted to, and still close, which is really nice. So a lot of storage for shoes, depending on the size of shoes, of course. But yeah, this thing is fantastic because it's not only for shoes. Love the fact that it's actually cleaning up the area. You're not seeing shoes, thrown in around maybe your closet area, perhaps in our case, in an entryway where you're gonna have, guests and family members putting shoes away without you always seeing it. And I love that the fact that there's a nice shelf, top shelf here that can become a catch-all, maybe something to put some keys or whatnot. Very simple. And it also comes with a hook. I didn't install the hook because I didn't think we were gonna need it, but there is a hook if you wanna attach like a bag or maybe an umbrella onto the side, you can do that as well. But a beautiful and very easy to install and to put together storage unit for your shoes.